I thought I should probably document the poor decision before I make it. I'm just snipping her off. Hello friends, my name is Morgan M. Steele. I'm an author. It has been a very long time. I'm fresh from a Comic-Con, fresh-ish. I've had recovery time, we'll say. But that's why I've been absent from the channel, as I've been spending every waking moment turning myself into a piñata. So I thought it would be fun to talk about that. For those of you who have been following the channel for a bit, I have been slowly falling down the Fortnite rabbit hole. It's been a great time. I've had some fun times. Looking forward to next season. I'm very excited. It starts tomorrow. Last season, it was down for like a while for updates, but we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping everything is in working order and we can just get right to playing tomorrow and see what the new season is like. It's supposed to be post-apocalyptic themed, so I'm very excited. And I'm sure this video will be out well after that has started, so maybe future Morgan has some comments that she'd like to share. But yeah, with that Fortnite obsession came my obsession with Lana Llane. Lana is a Fortnite crew skin that was with us for the month of February. I love her. She is my main. She is so cute. I love her colors. I love her gimmick. The piñata thing. I think she's so fun and cute. And when I saw her, I kind of knew that eventually I would have to cosplay her. I really just didn't think it would be so soon. This is that video. This is the behind the scenes of making that cosplay happen. As you can see, I'm wearing some of it currently. This is the tank top. I'm also wearing the pants, but they're out of frame. So I wore this whole get-up to a Comic-Con I went to very recently, like I said. It was a great time. People loved it, even if they didn't get what it was from. They loved the colors. They loved these things. It was quite a process. So I'm just gonna show you like all the footage I have gathered over time. You're gonna go on this journey with past me and go through this whole cosplay adventure that I embarked on, and I will catch up with you at the end of that and we can talk about how it all came together. So I'll see you in like 10-20 minutes. We'll see where editor Morgan ends up, and I'll see you then. We can answer some questions together. Status update, not going as expected. I didn't record like talking portions of the other stuff, but basically I thought I could just sew the piñata bits on top of the pants. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to make like a separate like leg warmer piece and then sew that to the bottom of the pants, and I am gonna have to, I think, cut the pants because I spent like an hour seam ripping this all the way open, and I don't know. I think the leg warmers are going to give me more control over the size, because that's like the main focus right now, is I don't want it to be like super baggy. And I'm trying to figure out how to put these layers on. So I have these strips of what's going to be the piñata stuff, but I have to cut one more of each because I thought it was 2 layers of each on the leg part, and it's three rows. So gonna have to cut another one of each of those. And then I think if I make the legging piece, then I can just do it as a big square. And I think that's gonna be easier than trying to get my pants through the sewing machine. That's like my main concern, is I don't think I can force the legs of these pants through the sewing machine without like sewing it horrifically together. So I think I'm gonna do it separate and then sew that onto the ends. And I'll probably have to seam rip a little more of the ends of the pants and then sew it all together at the seam, and then I might have to gather it a little bit because I think the pants are going to be a little bigger than I want the leg warmers to be. So we're doing it. We're getting there. It's fine. It's fine. I got the first one laid out. I think we're going to trust the process on this. Next day, I have worked on the pants. So I did what I was talking about. I made separate pieces for the leg warmers, we can call them. The strips that I have in the last clip I showed, they were too long, obviously, so I added some pleats to like gather the fabric up a little more and give it more of that like kind of confetti feel. I haven't cut them yet. I'm going to cut them into strips to like give it even more of that effect. Obviously, that's the whole point. Anyway, it's giving volume. It's giving more volume than I thought it would. And then after that, today I spent like an hour or two. I seam ripped more up each pant leg just to give me a good window so I could spread it all out. I cut them kind of right above my knee, which is a little higher than I was planning on doing it, but I think it's gonna look fine. And then I also sewed said leg warmers onto the legs of the pants. So these are pants. Oh, the lighting. These are the pants. And then this is where they connect to the leg warmers. And there's 2 of them, obviously. So this is like the volume I was talking about. And then with the pleats, I alternated their placement. So like I would have a pleat and then a pleat and then a third pleat. And then on the row next to it, I would do it in between the other ones just to kind of like really zhuzh it up a little bit, as you can see. But yeah, I'm gonna cut strips into it. And also like this fabric, it's not fraying a lot, but it is fraying a little. So I think I'm gonna have to paint like some fabric glue onto the ends of it just to make sure I'm not shedding the entire con. Especially these ones, these are gonna move around a ton because I will be walking a lot, getting my steps in. So that's where we are. I did have to sacrifice 1 pocket. I was very upset about it. I'm still upset about it. And I had to seam rip that off as well. And here's the fabric of that pocket. I guess technically 2 because there was a little tiny pocket on top of it. But I was taking it off. I was like, never in my life did I think I would ever be giving a pair of pants less pockets than they had before. But the I will say like the normal pockets on these are really deep. Like the ones that are on the side of the thigh, super, super deep. And then I was able to keep one of the cargo pockets. So I will have pockets. But yeah, it's coming along, okay? It's going better than I thought. I sewed them on, but I didn't sew them shut. So that's tomorrow's project, is closing up the seam here and just making sure that all fits okay. And then I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do the arm warmers or the tank top. So we'll see. I'll let you know. I'll see you in a few days, probably. Alrighty, so it is the next day. I went to Joann's. That's Charles, by the way. I don't know if he's ever been in any of my videos. We've had this like forever. Someone bought it for my dad at an antique store. So, anywho, went to Joann's, got more supplies. So we have these. I thought this might be fun. If I put a little jump ring on the hat, I could have a little dangly thingy on there. And then I got more pink fabric. So this actually, it feels kind of different than the other stuff I'm working with, but it color matches with the sweatpants. Ooh. Yep, see, so they're kind of the same color now. Because I noticed when I was looking at it, because the other pink is over here also for comparison's sake. It's just, the other one I have is significantly darker, but I want it to color match the sweatpants because she does in the game. So I got a lighter pink, and then I got some fabric paint. We have purple, we have pink. Luckily I have pink, so we have that. And then this yellow ribbon. This is all for the bucket hat. I was gonna do fabric originally on the rim of the hat, but I think the paint will work a lot better. So it's just gonna be easier to paint this onto the rim of the hat. So we have those, and yeah, things are cooking. I don't know if I'm gonna work on it today, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, I am finally sewing the legs together. I just haven't been motivated. And so I'm using this somewhat unconventional method to tape the flaps back so they don't get in the way during the sewing process. And then I'm going to cut it into strips anyway, so I don't think this is really going to affect the grand scheme of things. If I do like sew this tiny little corner area down, I think it's going to be okay. So yeah, we will see, but I'm taping it out of the way, and then I'm going to fold it over, pin it, sew it, and we'll see how that goes before I do the other one. But yeah, I think it'll be okay. Update real quick while I look cute. I have begun the confettification of the pants. It is not going as expected. The fabric glue takes like 24 minutes to dry, 24 to 30 minutes. And the way I'm doing it, this is what the first little bit looks like. Just the bottom layer. I only did every other strand because I don't want them to be glued together because it is fabric glue. And so the whole point of the glue is to glue fabric to fabric. So I'm trying not to do that. So I have to like space them out with wax paper. And it takes forever for them to dry. So I think I'm going to have to go pick up a hairdryer tomorrow. 'Cause we have one, but it's like ancient and I've been needing a new one anyway. So pick up a hairdryer and use that to kind of speed the process along a little bit, because otherwise I'm going to be looking at very long wait times here between productivity, but I think my method is working. I think the fabric glue is gonna do what I need it to do, so that should be fine. But yeah, it's looking good. I like the way it looks, and I think I'm gonna like it even more once I get the whole thing done. But yeah, I sewed up the sides of the pant legs with no problems. I did that method with the taping the corners in. That seemed to really help. So yeah, I kept everything out of the way. And it just like sticks out a little bit because of that, but that's kind of the desired look anyway, so that's pretty okay. But yeah, I will catch in the next bit once I get my hair dryer. Day God knows what, still working on the pants. So I'm knee deep. Well, I'm not quite up to the knees of the pants yet, but I'm in the process of gluing each individual piece of fringe and gluing all the edges down, making sure it doesn't fray any more than it already has. I think it's going well because when I pull them up from the wax paper I have underneath, they don't fray anymore. So I am hoping that all of these efforts are worth it. So this is the setup we're working with. That's what we've got going on. So I'm up halfway. Up the legs. I still have 3 more layers to go, and so what I do is I cut the pieces, I pull every other up, and then put the wax paper between, pull them back down, paint the edges of each one, and then I do that twice on each leg on each side, and then I have to flip them, do the other side of the leg, do that, 2 sets of fringe on each leg, and then it has to dry in between, so I use the hair dryer to speed that up a little bit. I blow dry it until it's like the glue is like tacky, not all the way dry, but like just kind of tacky enough that it's not like still getting on stuff. It's just a little bit sticky still. And then I feel safe enough to switch to the next set. But that's how that's going. I have to run some errands today. My goal is to at least start the tank top today because I still don't have the tank top. I still don't have the armbands. I haven't started the hat or the wig yet either, and that still all needs to be done. And we are like a week and a half out from the con now. So yeah, getting a little worried, but we'll see. I'm really hoping it comes together on time because I think it's gonna look really cool when it's done. Okay, it has been several days. I have not updated. I have been lost in the sauce a little bit. I finished the shirt. It is fully constructed aside from the confetti process has not begun yet, but this is what we've got. I'll put in some pictures of that process, and then also I have to put the patch on the front. I tried to iron it on, and it just did not stick, and I think it's because it's the stretchy fabric. So that's so fun. So I'm going to try fabric glue. I got a embroidery hoop so I can stretch out the fabric and then glue it on, and then I think I am going to stitch it on as well, at least a little bit, just to make sure it stays in place. My biggest fear is like sticking it on and then stretching it over my head and it just pops right off, so that would be awful because I think it looks a lot better with it in the middle than just leaving it empty. So that's fun. I just went shopping at 5 different places. So I got more gibbets for my Crocs. I got lipstick for both of my costumes this weekend. I got beads because I want to make friendship bracelets. I got the embroidery hoop, like I said. I got some more fabric paint so I can put the stripes on the shirt as well, and that's the only other thing that needs to be done to that. And then got some other stuff too. I was bad. I found Poppy, and I didn't think I was going to find a Poppy because I've been looking for this Poppy forever with the pretty butterfly dress, and they had her for like $35 at Target, which is, she wasn't on the list, but I needed her, so I did get her. And then also I've been starting the armbands. I'm not done with them yet, but I started them yesterday. I got them sized up correctly. So this is one of the forearm, no, what is it called? Your upper arm, your biceps. That's that. And then I have the lower arms, and they're 2 separate pieces, and then I have the snap buttons that I bought, and I'm going to try to snap the lower pieces to the upper pieces, so I left like some empty space so that I can tuck the lower pieces underneath and snap them in place so they're not constantly coming off. But I feel like that's going to be a lot easier than just having it be one giant piece and doing the measurements for that accordingly. I feel like it'll fit better if I do my forearms and then my upper arms separately. So that's where we're at. I still have a lot of sewing to do on those. It's Monday before the con. Con is Friday. So I have today and 3 more days to get my shit together, and I'm really, really hoping that it all comes together in time. But yeah, that's the process. This is my schnauzer. think I got her on camera. She's just kind of chilling here. So yeah, that's where we're at. Wish me luck. Goodbye. I thought I should probably document the poor decision before I make it. I'm just snipping her off. I don't know how to cut hair. Lana has kind of uneven hair anyway, so I bought like hair shears. You know what? Can we just, oh, there we go. They're excellent. I want you to be here with me for this. How does that look? This is my camera tripod that I have duct taped my foam head from Joann's to. I don't know what we're doing about the bangs yet. There's a lot of bangs. So how does this look from the front? That looks pretty fine from the front. And then I'll just clean it up after. But like, look at how much hair this is. She has shoulder length hair. We do not need all of this. I've been trying to straighten it and it hasn't been working. And I think if I just get rid of the curly bits, we will be pretty okay. And then I can try my best to curl the streaks that I bought because they are straight. So I've been trying to put them in and it just has not been going very well. But here, I know this is not how you're supposed to do this, but I frankly am at my breaking point. It's Wednesday, by the way. Con starts Friday. Worst comes to worst, I can get another wig for the next time I make it, or next time I wear this costume. And I'll just have a ass bob one time. Okay, so we have about half of it off. I have a trash bag underneath me. I'm not just plopping it on the floor. I've taken some precautions. Okay. Obviously, I would never cut my real hair like this. Remember in 2020 when everyone had to do their own hair? Woo! Okay. Oh, that is significantly better. Okay. It's kind of nice because I can pretend it's on another person because it's not my hair. Oh, look at that! Okay. Yeah, this is going great. I don't know what I was worried about. Okay. So this section is quite a bit longer, but we'll just trim it. Okay. Just gonna have some layers. That's kind of fun. Got this long piece in the front. Oh no. Have I course corrected too much? How are we doing? It's a little shorter in the back than it is in the front. I think that's okay. You know, honestly, that really is not bad. Okay. And then we'll just snip this guy. Okay. I'll be back. See, this is the problem we're having, where it just is so much more. Also, I don't really know how to put these in to hair is the other problem. They're like clip-ins. Is it just... No, it can't be. How's this supposed to work? And here's the thing, I'll be wearing a hat anyway, so if it looks kind of that's okay. I might just even hot glue this in. I do have a hot glue gun. That's in kind of okay. We're working with it, okay? Ooh. Oh, jeez. I hate hair, okay? This is why, oh my God. I barely even touch it, and then it gets knotted. Oh, this has been my day so far. Oh my God. Okay, let me go get another one. Oh, this one is so much thinner than the other one. Are you kidding me? It's so much thinner than the other one. I mean, I guess it'll get the job done though. I might seriously hot glue these in. Little precarious. Okay. Oh, geez. She is a little uneven. Let me go get the hat. Yeah, look at that. You can't even... Okay. This is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? I feel like I'm going to be so overstimulated wearing this. Okay. And the bangs are driving me bonkers. So I don't know if you've seen Lana Llane. I'm assuming you have if you're watching this video. She has little hair loopies on the side of her head. Okay.
Why did you give me Momo's ears?
Those are your hair loopies.
Because I don't know how to handle the bangs other than just kind of moving them out of the way. Because I know if I trim them, it's going to be like a micro bang situation. And it's really not going to be fun. Okay. Okay. And we're going to put one in just the teal hair because that's how she has it. And I think I am going to trim these a little bit. Okay, that doesn't look horrible, does it? I don't think it looks terrible. So especially if we put this one between, I still don't like the way that this is not curly, like the rest of it. Maybe we'll put another hair loopy on this side too, make it a little more even looking. Because she has them all in the front and then the back is down long. Maybe I'll glue the ponytails in place too, because this hair is so smooth, like it has kind of like nothing for these to grab onto. Okay, so I'm gonna go try it on. I'll be right back. Okay, I like the length. I think it's fine. Do I wish the hair was curled? Yes. Is there anything I can do about it now? No. This little bang piece, I'm definitely gonna have to pin back because it's not long enough to reach the ponytail. But I like the length. I think it's fine. Next time I'm gonna order a straight pink wig instead because I tried, like I said, I tried to straighten it with some heat and I guess it's heat resistant. So super fun, but you know, just for this weekend, I think it's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about it. This is, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. The hat fits on top nice. That's why I wasn't too worried about the hair because I'm gonna be wearing a bucket hat anyway, but yeah, and also the wig cap they sent me ain't shit, obviously, because holy shit. I'm gonna go get my shades. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got two options. These are the ones that are shaped the most. Okay, that really does change things. These are the ones that are shaped the most like hers, but she has like red frames in them. And then these are the ones that I was thinking about because you can see my eyes a little bit better, but it does like, you know, shield it a little bit. I cannot get over the hair sticking out. I hate this wig cap. Anyway, yeah, I wish it wasn't curly. It's so nasty. Maybe I can still try to straighten this a little bit before we go, but yeah, because I really do feel like if this was straight, all my problems would be solved. Church trauma. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're working with. I don't think it's horrible. I think we could straighten it some, but I don't think it's gonna be make or break if I don't. So anyway, yeah, I will see you. I'll see you when I see you. It's ignore the condom on my head. I think I don't want to speak too soon. I'm recording this for comparison's sake. I think I don't know, it's still curling quite a bit, but I think I did fix most of it. Like, look at how these tips are going down. This side still needs some work, and also you can see just how up this bob is, but I think I got most of the curls out. I'm pretty sure. Like, look at that compared to before. And I didn't glue this in just in case I f*** up the length over here. I could put 3 more in and just retrim it to match. I want to reiterate that this is like my first time seriously styling a wig. So 1, I have no idea what I'm doing, but 2, I think I'm like fixing most of the curls. It's just this flip at the end, but I think I can fix it. Like, look at how this one goes down. It goes down now. I feel like it used to be so curly. Okay, 1 second. All right, day before the con. Trimmed the wig a little more. I like this. I think this is fine. From a distance, I think it looks better even, but it's not even. I don't care. It's fine. It's as good as it's gonna get, I think. Yeah, this is the hat with it. I kind of like the way the hat sits with the wig on, actually. All I have left to do is to sew the armbands together and to confettify the rest of the shirt. I'm doing 2 stripes at a time. It's going very quickly. So that's good. I've been making friendship bracelets to hand out to people who recognize me in costume. And then, yeah, just gathering the last minute accessories. I'm going to try some of the stuff on, but I'm not going to do a full cosplay test today because my makeup look is really simple, so it should be fine. I'm just doing like brown eyebrows, pink eyelids, pink lipstick, eyeliner, mascara, etc. But like that's pretty much it. It's not anything like super special. So that's gonna be fine, I think, to do morning of, to figure out morning of. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with. I could replace the streaks, but I don't feel like it, and I think this gets the point across just fine. I think people are gonna get it if they get it, and if they don't, that's fine too. But yeah, I'll catch you when it's all done. And you're back. Did you enjoy your journey? I finished it. I finished the costume. I will put the arms on now, I suppose. So, this is how the arms turned out. They get a little flipped up sometimes. They were probably the longest thing. No, I think maybe I worked on the pants for longer. These things came together over the course of a couple days. They are in 2 pieces. So this lower part is connected to the upper part with some snaps, and I didn't put any interfacing on this fabric. It's like stretchy, like kind of athletic-ish fabric, what this is made out of. So it's got some stretch to it, and I did not put any interfacing on it, which is my bad. So I'm very like cautious about taking the buttons off because the first time I unlatched them rather, it like ripped right through. And it was okay because it had just like stretched around the bit, and so it didn't like actually rip a hole other than the hole that I already put in it to put the snap button in. So I'm careful about taking them apart. They're pretty fine together, but I have them, you know, detachable for logistical reasons. So it's 2 stripes of this dark blue, 2 stripes of the middle blue or the lighter blue, and then the rest is all pink. I think this is like 6 layers on the bottom and 1 layer on the top part. And so what I do is I just kind of wiggle my wrist in. So it is fitted like to my wrist. These are all my exact measurements. And I had to take the upper arms in a little bit, and they are still a little bit loose, so when I was wearing them, they kept slipping down. So I will be bringing them in a little bit more, just so it's like, because it is stretchy, so I think it has stretched out a little bit, so it's just like a little bit tighter on my arm. And then this one, that was the other thing, is like when I was wearing it, I was so like overheated, overstimulated. I had the wig on as well, which I will show you in a second. So this is the arms. This is how they look. They're fun to wear. It's just like the wearing of them itself that really was getting to me, especially the way they slide down, and I had to constantly adjust. And then I had some fingerless gloves underneath because Lana does wear those. I think in the future I would go without because I was so hot. Like that little detail does not matter that much to me. And if so, I can just make just the hand part, because those gloves are the ones I wear for my Ghostface cosplay. They go up to like here. So I was toasty. I was a little toasty. Plus I had this hat on. So this hat, I don't think I got much of that process. I painted, you kind of can't tell, it kind of looks like the same color as this part, but it's a purple bucket hat. I painted this lighter-ish purple on the edge, so like 3 or 4 rows here. 5. And then this is pink fabric paint above that. I did like 2-ish coats. Most of it is 1 coat, but there were some spots that were thinner, so I did a 2nd coat. And then this is ribbon that I've hot glued on. So I tried to use fabric glue originally, and it wasn't like sticking like it should have been. So I used hot glue all the way around the rim, and that managed to stay in place. I definitely won't be able to like wash this, but how often do you wash hats? So I'll just be extra careful with it. It won't be that hard to replace if I do get it like super dirty down the line. And then this is the wig. So I was thinking about wearing it for this video and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I don't like wearing wigs, which is a whole thing when you're a cosplayer. So this is she. As you saw in the cutting saga, she is much longer on one end than she is the other. But I think she turned out relatively okay. She has not been brushed since the con. She has been living on this mannequin head on the tripod that my camera is on right now, actually. Just kind of duct taped on, as I'm sure you saw, because I don't have like a wig stand yet. That will be a purchase I have to make, I think, if I'm gonna be like seriously doing this in the future. So I have those extensions just kind of clipped in. It's just sitting there. I don't know if I would do a new one or just like fix this one up a little bit because it was passable, like especially under the hat. Like, you can't even really tell that there's anything wrong with it, and the length looked fine in person too. Like, you would really only notice the difference in the length if you were like looking for it. Like, I think it looks intentional and it looks fine when I'm wearing it. But that was fun, so that's how that turned out. I'll put in some pictures here of like what the full costume looks like itself. I do have like one shot of me, full body shot. I was in front of the Blue Beetle truck that was there. So that's super fun. And then here's a close-up with my buddy Connor, who is also there. We love Movie Turtle. Go follow him, link above. Been on his channel a bunch lately, so hopefully those videos will be popping up sometime soon. And yeah, I love these pants, unironically. Like, if they weren't confetti-fied, I would wear these out and about. Like, they're so comfy. And the pockets are huge. And I have like two big giant side pockets. I can get up to my wrist. It's like up to here. You don't get that with women's sweatpants, okay? Like, this is a big deal for me. And then this is how the top turned out. I think it is so cute. I, like, unironically would wear this. It's a little cropped. I wanted it to be a little more cropped. I could, like, fold it up, I guess, so you get a little skin in the middle. But, yeah, that's that. This is the decal I put on there. I used a embroidery hoop, which I surprisingly did not have before this whole process began. I picked up quite a bit of hardware over the course of the last couple of weeks. But I used an embroidery hoop to stretch it because it is stretchy fabric. And I didn't want to like glue it on when it was like normal and then stretch it over my head and have it just like pop off. So I glued it on. These legs I did not sew down, but I glued it on and then I sewed it as well. While it was in the embroidery hoop, I did my first like patch attachment just with some super light pink thread, so you can't even like see it on the patch. It's really hard to pick up with your normal eye. I can see it up close here because I know where my stitches are and I'm like looking for them, but otherwise you can't see. And this is a different type of unicorn than the one that is on the skin because I like this better. It matches the colors that we're working with, and the unicorn head patches that they had at Joann's looked very scuffed. So I was not gonna mess with all that. And I don't have an embroidery machine, so I wasn't able to like make a patch for myself. I didn't go out of my way to like commission anyone to do that for me, and that was fine. Like, I think this is cute. I think this works. It gets the point across. It's fine. Like, I'm fine with this. I like the way it looks. The only detail I will be adding if I wear this out again, which I'm planning to because it was a shit ton of work, I want to put the lines on it. I'll put a picture of her here so you can see, but she has lines like up her front and back. I think I would have to use the embroidery hoop like method with that and either do it as ribbon or paint. And I'm leaning more paint because I don't know how the ribbon would work on a stretchy fabric. So I think the paint would maybe just like make that a little more streamlined. It would just maybe have to be touched up more. So I don't know. If you have any suggestions for that, like totally let me know. Yeah, and then the other thing with the confetti process, which you probably saw in one of the clips, I think I did get B-roll of that, I had to paint every individual edge of this fabric with fabric glue. There are a few that I missed, and I've been finding them, and I will remedy that accordingly if I wear this out again. I had to paint every single edge with fabric glue because this is a like flannel fabric and it frays very, very easily. So like when I was taping the edges in to sew them together for the pants as well, when I was sewing the tubes together, as soon as I took the tape off, and it was not very strong tape, okay, this is like clear Scotch tape and not even like the super sticky kind, it was pulling off like 3 or 4 layers of threads, like from the fabric, just like all at once, and I went, oh. And I knew then that I would have to seal in all of these edges somehow, and the fabric glue method did work. Like, I don't think I frayed barely at all over the course of the day that I wore this costume, and I was like, you know, walking around doing the thing, walking the floor. You can see, like, these sleeves are driving me insane. I need to make them tighter, especially this one. This one's so loose. Or like put in a button or something so I can like snap it tighter. Where was I going with this? Yeah, it barely frayed all day, so I do think that method worked. I think it was fine. But it took so long, and I only figured out at the end of the process that I was able to do more than 1 row at a time. I don't know why it took forever for that realization to cross my mind, but I could have saved so much time if I had just simply done more than 1 row at once. But yeah, I got it all done in time. I was crunching a little bit the day before the con. I stayed up until like 2 a.m. working on stuff, but I did have time to make some friendship bracelets. I will go grab those actually, I have extras. Yeah, so these are the friendship bracelets I made. These are the ones I have left. Most of them are Fortnite themed. I was handing them out to people that were dressed as Fortnite characters, and before you comment, Connor, I didn't have the opportunity to give Peely the friendship bracelet. I could have, but I didn't chase him down, and that's on me, alright? I acknowledge that. But yeah, I have these to give out. So 2 of them are Lady Gaga themed. This one just says Lady Gaga. This one says Rain on Me, because of my favorite emote in Fortnite is the Rain on Me emote.
Rain on me.
And then I have Zero Build. I did give one of these out. I had 2 of them previously. We have Bright Bomber. We have a Lana Llane one. I had like 3 or 4 of these. I ended up giving, I think, 2 of these away, because right when we walked through Artist Alley, one of the artists there like recognized my cosplay right down to the character. She was like, oh my god, you're from Fortnite, aren't you? I love that skin, she's so cute. And I was like, oh my god. And then we were talking about the girlies that came with the battle pass. She mains Medusa, I main Artemis sometimes. So we had a nice little conversation about that. And then this one says Baja Blast Girly. I think this is the only other one I have that's not like Fortnite related. I am a Baja Blast girly. And then we've got Peely Mane. This one's got some cute little fruit beads on there. I don't know if you can see. Like, it's got a lemon and an orange on it. Not a banana, for whatever reason. And then we've got Butter Barn. We've got Flowberry Fizz. I think this one's really cute because it's got little like pearls in between, so it looks like bubbles because it's like a champagne-y type drink in the game. And then we've got Slap. This one glows in the dark, so all of these are on some of the other ones too. The stars and then the little clear ones in between, those are all glow in the dark beads. So that was really fun. And then Lavish Lair and Fencing Fields. And these are the ones I have left. I did give out like a good handful. I would like to give out more. I think at all the cons I go to in the future, I am gonna try to make these like based on the cosplays I'm doing. I'm gonna get real serious about it. I'm gonna order a bunch of letter beads because I ran out of vowels. That was like the thing at the end, was I started running out of vowels. But I gave them to all the celebrities I met this weekend too. I gave them to some of the artists in Artist Alley. Gavin Smith, who does the Ninja Turtles artwork. I saw him. I gave him a Ninja Turtles themed one because they're in Fortnite too. So there's that. But I would definitely do this again in the future. This was super fun. I love that friendship bracelets have become such a big thing in the mainstream. I think they're so fun to make. So if you ever see me at a con in the future, don't feel afraid to come up to me and ask if I have some. Like, I would love to give you a friendship bracelet, like totally. I don't think this is ever gonna happen. I'm not a celebrity, but like if you see me in the wild, like feel free to ask. Maybe I do have one that you can have. But yeah, that was that. And then the other thing, I don't know if I talked about it very much in the video clips that I had. I made this shirt from scratch. Like, the whole tank top, this is not like, it didn't start as a tank top. It started as just like black fabric. So here's a picture of that all laid out. I ended up tracing this other crop top that I have. I don't know. I think it is in here somewhere. I don't see it with my eyeballs though. So I have this black crop top that my mom gave me, and it has like the same kind of shape as the one that Lana wears. And so originally my plan was to deconstruct that and use it, but the fabric it was made of was kind of weird. I didn't know how it would work with the whole confetti thing. So I was like, I will just trace this and use it as a guide to make my own and just kind of winged that. So it's kind of a miracle that this fits this well and that like this is a garment of clothing that I just like made. So it doesn't zip up in the back. It just has this zipper here with the neck hole because she does have one in the game. I hate wearing turtlenecks though because I feel like a sausage. So I unzipped it like the whole weekend just because I didn't like how confined I feel. But it is here. I have to unzip it to get my head through it, but it does have some decent stretch. So yeah, winged this whole thing, learned how to sew a zipper into it, learned how to use an embroidery hoop. I learned a lot this cosplay. I learned how to put in snap buttons. It's a very similar process to the grommets I had to put in the back of my Barbie dress because I didn't want to do a zipper then. So I know I can now. So I'm not like afraid of that anymore. Yeah, I picked up a lot of skills for this. I used a lot of different skills. I used a glue gun. I used fabric paint. I used a hair dryer a lot for like drying the glue and then also for trying to style the wig, which I think we did an okay job of. I do think it looks okay. So I definitely want to get more into that and figure out wig styling. I feel like that would be a really good hurdle for me to overcome. That would really help with some of the stuff I want to cosplay. This is the cosplay. This has been the process. I had a blast doing it. I love the hands-on part of the cosplay process. I did get a little sick of it at the end because it was a lot. It was just like monotonous, constant, like especially the confetti bits. But I think it all looks really good, and that's like the part of the process I love the most is when it all comes together. The trusting the process through that like week and a half of just grinding it out, and then finally it like looks okay and it all fits. It all like fits fine. I didn't have to make any like really major changes to make anything fit me. So that's great. I like making garments. Like this is a thing that I started doing this year. I made my Barbie dress, like I said. Picture that here, and I would remake that with better fabric maybe, now that I kind of know what I'm doing. But it's good to know that I can do it. So like for other stuff in the future, I've mentioned doing like a Draculaura Sweet 1600 cosplay. I know I can make that dress now. Like I know I have the skills necessary to make that dress. It's just the fabric that's kind of holding me back. I don't know how to get that like shiny pink print on there without doing that all by hand. And I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. So if you have any tips as to like finding specialty fabric like that, please let me know down below. If you have any tips for any of the things I was struggling with in this cosplay journey, please let me know. Like don't feel like you're mansplaining. I would love to hear wisdom from more experienced people. Like I am still just learning. I only started cosplaying in 2019, so it's been like 5 years. I don't know. I still consider myself a baby cosplayer. Like I know how to do some things, but I don't know. I'm still learning a lot. So if you have any tips, I would love to hear them. Like please definitely let me know. Let me know what the cosplays you're wearing for this convention season are. I would love to hear what you guys are dressing as. I have been having a fun time trying to pick my next big one. Maybe I'll get another one out before the end of the year, but this is one of my resolutions checked off for this year, so we can check that off the little list when we do our check-in at the end of the year. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Like I said, let me know all your future cosplays in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and as always, take your meds, drink your water, and I'll see you next week.